If you're a fan of peaches, you are gonna love this chicken dinner.
Crispy, juicy chicken thighs.
Braised beautifully in a savory peach sauce.
This dish proves peaches ain't just for dessert.
No, they ain't.
I love it.
All right, we're working with
Yes.
fresh peaches. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I've got
we're
a nice
jumping right in.
large skillet here that I've got 2 tablespoons of olive oil that I've heated. This right here is 2 ounces of prosciutto. Get some good quality prosciutto. I just cut it into strips, and we're just gonna cut this. We're gonna cook this until it gets nice and crisp.
Yes, and I've got some skin on, bone in chicken thighs over here.
Beautiful.
And I'm adding some oil here to them just to make sure that we can get that, just make sure that the salt and pepper stay put.
Yes. You can use boneless chicken thighs. You can use boneless chicken breasts. But we find there's something extra special about that crispy. We're going to crisp up that skin. Oh my gosh, it's so great. Matched against these peaches, it is
delicious.
to die for.
Yeah, and I am, I've always been a firm believer, keep my sweet away from my salty.
Yeah, he does. He does. He's one of those like kids that, he does not want the sweet touching his savory. He has the little plate that actually divides it. So it took me a lot to convince him to do this dish, but wow.
All right, you got it?
Because it's really not sweet. I mean, the peaches are sweet. Sweet Georgia peach.
Sweet Georgia peach.
So we got these peaches from, if you live in the United States, and you live in sort of the southern portion of the country, there's something called the peach truck, and you can place an order, and these are peaches that are from the beautiful state of Georgia, and they are in season right now, and we're actually got some cling-free.
Yes, it is peach season.
Peach season.
I love it. And these are stone-free peaches, meaning that the stone, or the big, it's a stone fruit, so the big pit comes out easily. So what we did is I got my peaches.
It doesn't cling.
Right, it's like cling-free or stone-free, one of the two.
Yes.
Or both. So I got my peaches. I got 3 big, gorgeous peaches, and we want to get the skin off of that. So I scored the bottom of each one, a little X on each one, threw it into some boiling water, let them sit in there for about 30 seconds. Then I removed them, put them into an ice bath to stop them from cooking because we don't want them to cook.
No.
And then I just peeled that. It makes it so much easier to get that skin off of that peach. And then took the knife, I circled the peach, and just pulled out that pit, which is so easy. I love it. And then I sliced them into these little slices. And now I'm going to get rid of this because we want that marinade. We want to use it in our cooking. And I'm going to put these over here to the side. Right?
Okay, so let's talk about that marinade that we're leaving it, we're separating now the peaches from the marinade. So to make this incredible marinade, start this in advance. If you can do this 6, 7, 8 hours, even like the night before, it gets even
amazing,
better.
yes.
But what we did, we got a bowl, just a medium-sized bowl, and I added a 1/3 cup of olive oil, or you could use extra virgin, whatever you've got. And then I added 2 tablespoons of sherry vinegar. I'm telling you, the sherry vinegar with these peaches are just phenomenal. And then I added 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh rosemary, and then just to add a little bit of sweetness, we did a 1/4 teaspoon of sugar and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Whisked that till it was all combined, and then we dumped in those beautiful peaches that Wesley sliced for me, and then we stuck them in the refrigerator and just let them soak up those incredible flavors. I'm telling you guys, this is.
I am a true believer now with peaches in a dish that
is not sweet.
That's not sweet.
Speaking of dishes, this is almost ready. So let's talk about some of our other favorite peach dishes. We have another wonderful savory peach dish. Every time it's peach season, we go crazy. So last year we did peaches and pork, like cutlets. Oh, so good. And then of course we got all your classics. We got peach pie. We've got peach cobbler. We've got peach crisp. I think next we need to do peach ice cream. I'm a big fan of peach ice cream.
I think that would be wonderful.
I do too. Okay, now this has gotten nice and crisp. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my slotted spoon And I'm going to remove this. This is going to be incorporated back into the mix.
The flavors, y'all, with the chicken and the peaches.
The salty prosciutto.
Oh,
it is one of those. We haven't made
God.
this in quite a while, and we started playing around with it again not too long ago. And we're like, why do we not make this every?
All right, what's
single-
next?
We're gonna put the chicken in here, and you don't even need to remove any of the oil.
All right. Do you have something where I can grab it with?
Let me get. I thought I had my tongs out.
There you go.
Now we're gonna do this skin side down because we want to get these. We want to get that skin nice and
Good and
crisp.
crispy.
And we're going with 5 chicken thighs. You could do 4 or 5.
Just don't crowd your pan.
Well, we're going to crowd our pan. I mean, we can't help it. I had 5 on hand, and so we're going to do 5. They'll cook down and shrink up a little bit. So that's going to go about 7 minutes on this side till it gets nice and crisp and brown and golden. Then we're going to flip it over for another 7 minutes, and we just keep on going. Oh, the smell is so amazing. You see how these are nice and crisp? So they went about 7 minutes. Kind of can move them around in the pan because sometimes that skin likes to stick.
Yeah.
And
I don't think those are crispy enough.
Oh, you don't, do you?
I'm just saying that because we're going to do something later to make them a
Oh,
little.
I see what you're saying. I'm like, oh,
You're
well,
like,
okay.
oh, excuse me.
Sorry, I guess I'll leave the kitchen then. Okay, so now, all right, so now we're going to keep
Those
building.
are good.
We're putting all of those off to the side. You kind of want to have yourself some extra clean platters around because you do a little shifting around in and
Yes.
out of place. But okay,
But
so
this is the main dish.
this
right
is the
there.
main. This is the main vessel. So this right here is another key component to this amazing dish. These are sliced leeks. So leeks, if you don't know, they're part of the onion family, and the flavor is so great. It's not as strong of a taste as flavor. As an onion, but they're the long stalks. You get them. They grow in the ground, so they sometimes get dirt in those leaves. So you need to make sure they're
Get rid of the dirt.
Yeah, they're washed well. And then we're just using we're going to slice the white parts and the kind of the pale green parts just into thin strips. And they add such wonderful, amazing flavor.
I
And
love it. I love all things onion.
I do too. I do. We do that. We just for the past holiday season, we did that leek. Was it a leek gratin? A leek
Yes.
casserole? Oh my gosh. People,
I was like, that's not going to be anything special. But then when I taste it, I'm like,
I know. And sometimes when we introduce something new, we never know how y'all are going to feel about it. Sometimes you're like, whatever, is that all you got, loons? But everyone really flipped for it. They were really excited for it. So and lots of people made it. So that makes us very happy. I'm just killing time.
no.
You know.
Can I tell you about so Chris's cousins taught me a trick to do with my scallions. Speaking of onions, with scallions.
Yeah.
You put a little salt and pepper on a plate.
While you're telling them this fascinating story, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour.
I'll stretch. I got some.
Can you stretch?
No, so you put some salt and pepper on a plate. You take your scallion, and you just rub it in the salt and pepper and take a bite of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really great for breath, when you get really close to someone after they've done that.
But I love scallions, and when you do that, I love them.
I know,
Yeah.
I know you do. And
And then we go in for a big kiss.
no.
And that's the marinade right there.
That's the marinade from the peaches. And the smell, you guys, already is just, now what's going to happen is that's going to start to thicken because we added that flour in there.
Yes,
Now,
Jack
I've got
does a roux.
I've got 3 cups of good quality chicken broth or chicken stock. You can do homemade, that's even better, but you don't need to do that. And this is going to make that incredible liquid that the chicken is then going to braise in.
Yes.
In the oven.
The chicken and the peaches.
Well, yes. No, we don't add the peaches back in until they're in good shape. We're going to put them in a little towards the end. But anyway, I'm going to bring this to a boil. Then we're going to put the peaches in, and then we're going to let the oven do some work.
Okay.
Okay, this has come to a nice boil. I'm going to turn off the heat. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to hit it with some salt. You've got pancetta in here, and we're also later going to be adding some capers, so there's some salt built into that. I do about 3/4 a teaspoon of salt. Maybe start with half and then taste later and add more. And that was a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Now go ahead,
Stick it back
learn
in,
and
shall we?
snuggle those in. And ideally,
Look at that.
the skin stays above the liquid. Don't do it skin side down, otherwise you're going to lose that crispy skin. But as the loon alluded to earlier, we do have a little trick
Trick up our sleeves.
that can help re-crisp that skin. So I've preheated my oven. Wow, isn't that beautiful?
Here we go.
To 350 degrees, and we're just going to let this braise uncover.
What about the peaches? Not yet.
Come in later. It's so peachy.
What do you got? 350?
350. We're going to let this braise for 25 minutes. The smell, it's mind-blowing. Oh, boy.
Yes!
Look at that. This is I'm telling you, this is the quintessential Sunday night dinner. As you can see, there are a few steps involved, but wow, is it ever worth it? Okay.
I'm so excited.
We're not, you may think, okay, you're done. No, we're not. We're getting close because we are building one of the best dishes of all time. I'm not kidding you on this. So you keep asking about those peaches. Remember, we had the peach marinade that's in there, so that peach flavor is being infused into the, and we are gonna get those peaches back into the party. Right now, I'm gonna remove these, as you can see. I've got just a baking sheet that we've lined with foil. I'm cranking this up because now I want to reduce this sauce a little bit. And we're going to do something kind of fancy with these. You don't have to do what we're going to do, and we'll show you in just a minute. But now I'm going to just let this simmer. It's going to reduce down for about 10 minutes, and then it really all comes together.
Wait, do I have to turn this on yet or not?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Oh boy! Wow! it just keeps getting. I'm getting the facial hair. Okay, so that's been going for 10 minutes. You see how it's concentrated, it's reduced, it's thickened.
Yes.
It is heavenly. Okay, so now like I said, I'm turning this down. We don't need it to be quite such of a strong simmer, just like a medium. I am now adding in these glorious peaches. They've been waiting so patiently. Isn't that beautiful? Now I'm going to add in
half of those.
Half of the prosciutto. We're going to use some of it, as
a little crunchy garnish.
Yes, as garnish on top. We've got 2 tablespoons of nice, briny, delicious capers.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite.
The combination of this is just incredible. Now we've got some fresh herbs. I've got 2 tablespoons. I'm going to use about a tablespoon here. Use whatever is your favorite. I love fresh thyme is good. I'm here today. I'm doing a little fresh oregano, but whatever you have on hand, fancy. The tarragon is a nice option, but it just okay.
When does that go into butter?
Right at the end. I knew you were eyeing that butter. So now we're just heating this through. So
yes, and here's the trick. So we took, obviously we took out the chicken thighs. We're gonna put them in the broiler and get them good and crunchy. But you gotta watch them.
We got the broiler. The grate is about 6 inches below. You definitely have to watch. You don't have to do this, but we love a really crispy skin.
Yes.
So, okay, and then it's time to eat.
I love it.
Oh my gosh, this is talk about a glorious meal. I feel like we're at a really fancy restaurant down in Atlanta or Savannah, Georgia.
Oh, because of the peaches. I'm like, why?
Because of the peaches.
Yes.
So I just added, because, why not, 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter to the mix. So with our chicken, we kept a close eye on it. Like I said, you don't have to do this. We're just kind of crazy for extra crispy chicken thighs. So we went ahead and did that. We put it under the broiler. You could skip that step.
Isn't
that fabulous?
Look at that, beautiful.
Butter
look at that.
The melted butter just adds a luxury.
Oh, we made some rice.
Oh yeah, it is wonderful. Served with some wild rice.
Here, Chris, put your chicken on there.
Oh.
Put your chicken on there.
All right, what am I thinking? Don't forget about me. I get so concerned about feeding the loon. Oh, got a little foil on my chicken.
There you go.
Okay.
You get concerned about me.
Yes. Well, it's what we do is I feed the loon.
You do. Okay. Oh yay! Come on, baby.
All right, are you ready?
Oh,
this is
I'm gonna go into peach nirvana.
This is what they call food porn. So get ready for it.
Yes. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yeah. Look at all of that. Just over that rice.
I love it. All right, give me some more peaches. There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, and then we've got some of this prosciutto.
Yay! Oh.
Sprinkle a little more of that over the top because it's such deliciousness. A little more of the herbs. That is a meal that. I mean, we got to take a bite.
Look at that amazingness.
But just based off of appearance, I think we're in pretty good shape.
Yeah. I think we're in great shape. Here, I want to make sure everybody can see. yours too. There we go. Oops, sorry.
To say I'm excited would be an understatement.
Yay!
You see those capers in there? This has so many layers of flavor. That's what.
I'm dying. All right, I'm done concentrating on what people can see right now.
Yeah, I can see this going into your belly.
Okay.
That crispy skin.
I'm always like, where do I slice
I know.
with the bone in here? Oh, there we go. I found it. I found it.
Oh boy. Here come the dogs.
You guys, I gotta
Get those leeks in there.
get all of this stuff in here. I got my piece. That chicken is done perfectly, Chris. I got my peach. What does Justin Bieber say?
I
got my peaches down in Georgia. All right, hold on. I'm sorry.
Building.
The perfect bite.
Yeah. No, it's good and warm, so blow on it.
Why does it sound like a pirate?
I don't know. Because you found your booty. Okay. Let's get back to the chicken.
Unbelievable!
Guys, this is.
I need more peaches.
Well, I got more here. This is one that, I mean, like I said, it's great for Sunday night dinner, for serving to guests. It is, I can't express enough
The prosciutto.
the flavor profile. And those peaches, the marinated peaches,
Oh, and it's perfect.
you may think like peaches, they belong in a cobbler. Well, they do, but wait till you have them in this.
Y'all.
It could be a record setter. Are you gonna get out your notebook and start writing home about it?
Yeah. Would you stop? This is 500,000% Luna approved.
Wow.
I forgot what I was saying. I was.
We
so-
don't get those that often, you guys. It's really, really, really,
Sorry.
he's choked up about it. So you make this, it's so much fun, it's so delicious.
I'm gonna snarf this, and you're gonna have to give me the hyme.
Okay, well, that's choke up a peach. All right, bye everybody. We hope you enjoy this. Make this and be peachy.
Keen. Peachy keen.